to begin. We're going to round the back. That feels great. And now we're going to stretch and elongate the spine. And this is going to be at the beginning of the video. Now this can be done properly or improperly. And that's improper. What we want to do is make sure that the lift is not leaning forward with the chest. We want to go to a good sit position. I am the sit bones with a long spine. Keep that chin nice and level. When you come back up, again it goes from a rounding of the back to a straightening of the spine, not a scoop forward. Now when we do this with an arch, we're going to round back, come to that good sit position, high in the sit bones, and this is going to be an arch. You're going to feel this underneath and between the shoulder blades, and if you notice, there's lots of curvature here at the neck. We don't want to drop the head back and look to the ceiling, but instead we want to think of the curvature of that neck. The ribs, upper ribs are facing up and forward, and you're feeling this underneath and below the shoulder blades. Rounding back, sitting up, and now an arch into that mid-back. Keep your low ribs down, upper ribs reaching up toward the ceiling. And come back in. We have a straight leg, the right leg in front of us. We have a nice long spine. And we're going to think about the ribs being down, the low ribs down. The upper ribs are nice and open. And we're going to keep the spine long as we walk out and over the right leg. Slowly and carefully. Keep the kneecap pulled up. That's a reminder that you have to think about all the time. And as you're stretching here, you're going to stretch it with a long spine. What usually happens is people say, I'm going to do this stretch, and I round the back. So now we have curvature. Round from the crown of the head right through the tip of the tail. No, we want to snake out to a flat back. And you'll be able to feel this underneath and between the shoulder blades as you look down and forward with a long spine, and you keep growing your stretch. When you think you're out and over the leg, as far as you're able to go, think again and reach a little further. Again, the reminder, long spine, kneecap is pulled up, those quadricep muscles are working so that you can get the best stretch possible for the back of the leg. Come back to a nice sit position. Now we're going to work the quadricep muscles. And that involves those 4 quadricep muscles pulling the kneecap up to straight. If we're not using those muscles, we're going to almost straight. But we want a straight leg. You see Mike is in a position where he has an outwardly rotated left leg, and it's going to be a small movement because he needs to keep that good long spine position. There's going to be a little extra rotation of the leg at the hip, outwardly rotated, and as there is a lift of the leg, the kneecap is more and more pulled up. Okay. When we're talking about a straight leg, a pulling up of the kneecap, this is what we're talking about. You're able to see it here as Mike releases and then contracts or uses the pull-up of the kneecap using those vasti muscles. He's relaxing and then he's engaging those muscles. That's what we're talking about when we mean go to a straightened leg. Not just a leg that may look straight, but this is an actual pulled up kneecap straightened leg. The vasti muscles work to pull up the kneecap. The most medial, the most toward the center line of the body, is working, and working at the very last. We're talking a millisecond last, but that muscle, we want to gain strength in it. unless we focus on the lift and not flexing the knee, which is very common. You're lengthening all the way through that heel and lifting and lowering the legs, still keeping that long sit position, and relax. Okay, the next stretch, Mike is in what we call second position. Legs are out to the side, and never force it, but you want to open the legs and still be able to keep the little toe side of the foot down toward the floor. And Mike is turning in, that's put stress on that hip joint. And the other thing we'll think about is a long spine. We don't want to round the back, shoulders going up to the earlobes. We want to keep a long spine. Tummy is lifted and outwardly rotated legs. Both legs equally outwardly rotated. We're going to do several exercises where we're in this position, and the tendency is, as you may be taking the upper body forward, the legs may turn in. That we do not want to happen. We want to keep the leg outwardly rotated at the hip, and again, as we go forward, we're trying to lengthen that spine, unless we do a stretch where we take the head down toward the floor and flex that spine. But keep the outward rotation of the leg at the hip. Again, little toe side of the foot is down, kneecaps pulled up, and then we're back to where we began, good sit position. The exercise we're going to do now, you're going to enjoy. It's a much bigger exercise. Mike is going to show you how we keep the position of the left leg outwardly rotated, how you're going to get a nice straight, long line with the arm reaching out. Now reaching out in front of you, reaching out to the right, and now elongated arm. You're looking up at the palm. You've got a nice outwardly rotated leg, nice front rim of the pelvis is flat, and as you're reaching, nice stretching of those intercostal muscles, and keeping that focus on the hand. You're going to take the same pathway down as you come back down, reach out and away from you, and the constant is keeping that left leg outwardly rotated at the hip. All right, Mike is on his right side, and he has a nice long spine position. His legs are straight underneath him and he's looking forward. We're going to keep that pelvis nice and square. And as you look at those feet, do you notice both legs are outwardly rotated? We started with the lower leg outwardly rotated, all the toes on the floor, and the top leg's also outwardly rotated, and those toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. So he's going to run the heel, the inside of the lower leg. Then he's going to straighten the leg out in front. Notice again, the toes are to the ceiling. Knee stays where it is. We're going to draw the heel back toward the inside of the knee. We'll take that leg straight up to the ceiling, all the way to straight. And now we'll bend that knee. Now this position changes. We're going to take the top leg back, and the lower leg goes forward, and you reach long with that upper arm, taking that shoulder slightly forward. If you took the shoulder back, you'd fall over. So you take the shoulder forward, the lower leg forward, upper leg behind you. Both legs outwardly rotated. Let's come back in. And we'll just reverse that, taking the back leg back and the front leg forward. Square off again, take the leg up to the ceiling, keeping both legs outwardly rotated, keep the heel forward on that lower leg. Upper leg, straighten the leg in front of you, all the way to straight, and bend the knee, and both heels are together, both legs outwardly rotated. We begin the next exercise with Mike on his right side, and he is lengthening his legs directly underneath him. The legs are not forward of the body, they're not behind, they're directly underneath. as though we were standing. Now, we're working a muscle called obliques. Those muscles are allowing him to lift the legs up and forward, dropping the upper hip back. And as he comes center, he's again in that beginning position. Now those legs are going to lengthen up and behind him, and he's feeling these muscles in the quadratus lumborum. Those are lateral flexors of the spine. Now he's squaring off. We'll do that again. Drop the upper hip forward. The legs lift, lengthen up. The shoulders stay square. That doesn't change. And again, here, we're not going to go as high with those legs. We take them up and behind us. They're glued together. The upper hip is slightly forward. The legs are lengthening back. And now we come to a good centered beginning position. Now we're going to work all those lateral flexors of the spine together. The legs are glued together. They're long legs, squared shoulders, and just lift those legs straight up to the ceiling, and without moving the upper body, we're just lengthening those legs up, 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 lengthen up, and lengthen down, and lengthen the legs up, and lengthen them down. Lengthen up, and you can hold it there. And now just tiny little pulses. Feel that in the waistline, slightly forward of your side, slightly back from your side. And relax the legs down. Mike is placing the palms of his hands underneath his tummy. Palms are up, fingers at his belly button. Now, we're going to have long legs underneath us. We're going to keep the glutes quiet. They're not going to grip and grab. Mike is going to come up just very little, pressing the base of the sternum down into the floor. He's going to feel work underneath and between those shoulder blades, breathing out and breathing in. Now your tummy is lifted up off of those hands. That's a reminder. Making sure that the tailbone is pointing directly down towards your heels. Breathing out as you lift and in as you lower. Mike lifts and lowers just up to the base of the sternum, working into the mid-back, making sure that the tummy doesn't pooch out toward the floor, but instead, the reminder of the hands, keep the tummy working, keep those glute muscles easy, easy, and those legs nice and long. So, in this position, you're still lifting and lowering the chest, breathing out as you lift, in as you lower, tummy stays lifted up off of the floor. Now the next time Mike comes up, it's breath out, and the important thing is that we get some rotation in that mid-back. As you take the right shoulder back, lower shoulder goes slightly forward and center. We don't want to shorten one side as we're working, as though we're trying to be a glider, but we're getting a little rotation into that thoracic spine. And come center and then lower. Now with the palm of the hands on the floor, elbows are open, the palms are right below your forehead or slightly above. Now, low back is protected because your tummy is lifted. You're going to press those hands firmly into the floor so you can really feel the work underneath and between the shoulder blades. Try to get that work. Pressing, pressing. The back of the neck is long, you're looking down, you're looking forward. You don't have to take that head too high. Don't lift that chin, keep the back of the neck long as you look down and forward. Keep the pressure as though you're trying to push your body away from your hands, pressing into the floor. Continue breathing with the tummy lifted, and relax. The stretch for our armpit stretch is what we call it, is one of the more important stretches that we do. If you look at people's posture, rounded back, head reaching forward, shoulders rounded. If we get into this position, we're going to begin to think about posture as we're standing. We're going to take the right arm out to the side. Now it's going to be flexed, bent at the elbow. The positioning is key. You don't want the elbow too low so that the arm is at an angle down. And you don't want to take that elbow too high so that it is upper arm angled too high. But you want to have a nice line. If you look at the left shoulder and the right elbow, you've got a nice straight line. That will be perfect for the stretch. Now rolling over onto the right side to make this position so that you don't fall over and comfortable, you're going to take your lower leg forward, flexing that knee, balance with that right arm. Left hand is on the floor. We're going to take the left leg behind us. Now there's going to be pressure of that armpit down toward the floor. And as you're stretching, you grow the stretch. Press into the floor to get that upper shoulder a little bit further back, or you can take that upper arm behind your waistline and pull the elbow up toward the ceiling to get a little bit greater stretch into that armpit. Breathe into it. Okay, we're going to stretch another important group of muscles, the quadricep muscles, as Mike bends his right knee and places that right knee next to the left knee that's straight down and long underneath him. Now as Mike is pulling his heel toward his right cheek, he's in a perfect position to stretch those quadricep muscles in the front of the leg. He's stretching long, reaching the knee down toward the foot of the lengthened leg, and he's pressing the front rim of the pelvis down, that little hollow underneath the bone that protrudes at the hip. Stretching there. Now this is the correct way. You see it all the time, and it's done very poorly. You don't want the knees to be apart. Puts incredible pressure on the knee. The knees need to be together, and you don't want the foot to be pulled to the outside line of the body, nor do you want it pulled toward the center line of the body. Mike has his heel to his cheek, the knee is long, the front rim of the pelvis is flattened. If you're unable to hold on to the foot, if that stretch is a bit too much and you can't get the front rim of the pelvis down, grab a belt. Mike happens to have an elastic. He'll put it over the foot, so it's on the top of the foot. And he's able to pull that heel toward his right cheek. That's the perfect position. His feet are parallel, wider than the hips are wide, and he's going to roll back into his heel and open the legs from the hip. He's starting with his heel slightly away from the wall, but the back of his head is against the wall. He's broadened his back against the wall, and his bottom is touching the wall. There is still that natural back curve that he has and we want. The feet, we want to make sure that the ball of the foot is on the floor and the bottom of the heel is on the floor. As he does a plie, or a bending of the knees are going to track right over the feet. Now what does that mean? It means that the knees track over the second toe. It's a problem if, as you bend the knees, the weight goes toward the big toe side of the foot and the knees come in. You've lost the alignment of the foot and the knee. You're putting incredible stress on that knee. But as you bend and place that knee over the second toe, making sure you keep that platform flat, bending and straightening, and you're back against the wall, that's taking a lot of pressure out of those knees. As you straighten the legs, we talked about straight legs, use those quadriceps to pull the kneecaps up, pull the kneecaps up. Just bending and straightening. Bending and straightening, you only go as low as you're able to go without discomfort in those knees. Before you begin your exercise video where you do it along with us, we're going to show you one other thing that's very important, and that is the knee-foot alignment that we just talked about when Mike was standing with the legs outwardly rotated. Again, his back is against the wall, feet are a little bit away from the wall, and the back of the head is touching along with the bottom touching the wall with that natural back curve. He's going to bend the knees, and you're going to see that the knee tracks right over that second toe. His feet are flat on the floor, the base of the big toe, the base of the little toe on the floor along with the bottom of the heel. And that is correct position, correct action. We don't want you to be bending your knees and have those knees come together and then separate, or at the start you bend the knees, they come together and you have to separate them. If you can take the shortest distance between 2 points, you'll just bend the knees and those knees track over the second toe and straighten, pulling the kneecaps up once again. Just a bend and a straighten.
Okay, sitting up, holding onto the shins, you're going to slouch back and sit. 2, 3, slouch, 2, 3, sit, 2, 3, slouch, 2, 3, sit, 2, 3, slouch, hold back and stretch. Stay there. Tummy in, chin to the chest, way back onto your tailbone. Stretch.
Shoulders down and pull.
Stretch. Now sit back up. Now slouch. Sit, lift and arch. Center. Slouch. Sit, lift and arch. Center. Slouch. Sit, lift and arch. Center. Slouch. Sit, arch, hold. Chest to the ceiling. Stretch.
Keep the lower ribs down.
Neck is long. And come back in. Now clasping the hands in front of you. You're going to swing side to side. Let the momentum of the arms carry you around so the back is just relaxing. Loosening up that spine. Come back in. Now, take your right hand to the left knee. Reach out with that left hand and stretch over. Just relax there. Keeping that left hip down. Breathe. Shoulders are square to the front.
If it bothers your neck, look down toward the floor.
Breathe and relax. Now Take that left arm, reach back towards the back wall so the chest turns to the ceiling. Lower shoulder presses forward, top shoulder presses back. Relax that neck. Let the arm relax open. Now stretch back over to the side. Reach with that left arm and come back up. Other side. Left hand to right knee and stretch over. Reach. Lower shoulder forward. Relax the neck. Reach with that right arm. Breathe. Now take that right arm, reach back with it. Turn the chest to the ceiling. The back is flat to the floor. The chest is flat to the ceiling. Open up that right arm. Now reach back over the leg and come back up. Now you're going to straighten the right leg out. Left leg is bent, so the left foot is the inside of the right knee. The right leg is turned out, foot is flexed. Actually, foot pointed for this. Now, pull out the spine, little toe to the floor, and stretch over. Just stretch and relax there.
Try to keep your shoulders down away from your earlobes and keeping as long a spine as possible. Looking forward and down.
Deep breath. Each time you breathe out, feel it stretch a little further over. Breathe. Come back up. Now cross that left leg over the right leg. You're going to turn your body to the right. Using that left hand, push the big toe down towards the floor and hang over so the chest goes over that left foot. Keep the left hip down, turning that right leg in. You're turning it in, stretching that hamstring on the outside. Stretching those peroneal muscles on the outside of the calf. Breathe and relax. Come back in and change legs. So now the left foot is pointed, left leg turned out, right foot next to the left knee. Pull out the spine with that left leg turned out, stretch over.
Let that left knee bend. Keep the kneecap pulled up. Long leg and long back.
Deep breath. Each time you breathe out, feel it release a little further over. Don't let your breath get shallow. Nice deep breath. As you breathe out, feel it relaxing over that leg. Now come back up. You're going to cross that right leg over, turn the left leg in, foot flexed and sickled. Use the right hand, pull the big toe of that foot down to the floor, then bring the chest over that right foot. the left hip down. Really turn that left leg in. Push that big toe down to the floor. Feel the stretch all through the outside of the calf, outside of the hamstring. Breathe deeply. Breathe and relax. Okay, come back in. Now, stretch both legs in front. Feet are flexed, legs are turned out. Arms in front of you, palms are forward. Lifting up out of the waist, you're going to pulse forward from the hips. Pulse, pulse, and pulse. Point the feet, arms up. Lift over the legs and stretch. Turned out. Stay there, stretch. Back of the legs. Stretch. 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 Reach out. Sit up. Open the arms. Breathe. Forward. Reach and reach. Point the feet up and over and stretch. Stretch. Stay there. Pull out the spine. Stretch. 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 Now reach out with the arms. Flat back. Sit up and open and flex. Pulse. 2, 3, 4. Point the feet up and over and stretch. Stretch. Keep pulling out that back, reaching further out. Stretch. 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 Reach out with the arms. Reach. Sit up. Open the arms forward. Flex the feet. Relax. Now, you're going to have the feet in, bring the feet in close to each other. Feet are pointed, so the toes are together, heels are apart. The heels are up off the floor. Knees are pressed open. Lifting up out of the back, using those arms to push yourself up out of the spine. Now, starting with the right leg, you straighten the right leg to the front. Flex the foot and point. Take the leg side and flex and point. Keep the knee open. Bring the foot in. Left to the front and flex and point. Take the leg side and flex and point. Bend the knee in. Starting to the side. Right to the side. Flex and point. Take it to the front. Flex. Point. Bring it back in. Left leg side. 2. Flex and point. Bring it front and flex and point. Pull the knee open as you come in. Now, lower the heels down. Now, what I want you to do is stretch the right leg out along the floor. Straight out in front, flex your foot. Now, what I want you to feel here is the little toe is pulling down to the floor. As the little toe leads down, you push out through the heel and lift from the heel. Lower the leg down. Push the heel, lift, turn that leg out, and lower. Push, lift, reach that heel away from you. Lower. Push, lift, and lower. Push, lift, hold, and pulse up. Keep reaching the heel away, keep reaching the heel away. Pull up that kneecap. Pull that kneecap up as you're reaching and lower. Bring the foot in. Change legs. Left leg is stretched out, foot is flexed. Start by pressing the little toe down. As you press the little toe down, push the heel away from you and lift the leg up and lower. Push the heel, lift and lower. Push the heel, lift and lower. Push the heel, lift and lower. Push the heel, lift, pulse up. Pull up that kneecap, reach that heel away from you. Reach and come back down. Bring the foot in. I'm just turning here just so you can see her back a little bit easier. So I'm going to have the arms out to the side. You can either have your legs crossed, or if you want to, you can have the soles of feet together. Okay? If you're too tight in the hips, you might want to keep your legs crossed. If not, have the feet together, gives you a little bit better balance. With the arms to the side. Now, keeping the knees pressed open, you slouch back and then sit up. 2, 3. Slouch, 2, 3. Sit, 2, 3. Slouch, 2, 3. Sit, 2, 3. Slouch, hold it back, stay. Come to a flat back, leaning back, flat back, round the back. Lift, flat back, round the back. Lift, flat back, round the back. Lift, sit back, up. Repeat. And slouch. And sit. And slouch. And sit. 2, 3. Slouch. 2, 3. Sit. 2, 3. Slouch. Hold it back. There. Staying back. Flat back. And round. Flat back. And round. Flat back. And round. Flat back. Sit up. And stretch forward and over. Just relax there. Pressing those knees open. Just relax. In. Now, you're going to take the legs to second, so take the legs out to the side. Little toes down to the floor. I just want you to hang over there for a sec. Just hang and relax. Turn those legs out, little toes down. Breathe. Just hang over. Relax. Pull out to a flat back, keep the legs turned out and stretch there. Reach. And come back up. Now, arms down, sitting up tall. Think up out of the waist. Okay, now breathe the arms to the side and sweep to the right and reach and reach. Both arms up, stretch over. Keep that left hip down, left leg turned out. Stretch. Now turn the left leg in, turn it out. Left leg in, turn out. Reach out with both arms, reach, sit up, facing the leg. Turn front, open, lower the arms, and breathe. Sweep to the left, and reach. Both arms up, reach over, stretch, and stay. Stay. Turn the right in, and out. Turn the right in and out. Reach out with both arms. Sit up facing the leg. Turn front and open. Hang down. Come back in. Now arms to the side. Lifting up out of the waist. Lifting up out of the back. You're going to lift up to the right. 2, 3, center. 2, 3. Left. 2, 3, center. 2, 3. Right, take the ankle, reach back. Reach over the leg and up. 2, 3. Left. 2, 3, center. 2, 3. Right. 2, 3, center. To the left, reach back, reach over the leg and center. Flex the feet, right, 2, 3, center, 2, 3. Left, 2, 3, center. To the right, turn and face the leg. Sweep around to the other leg, front, center. And left, and center. And right, and center. To the left, face the leg, stretch, reach around, other leg, front, open. Shake out. Now, knees are bent, or legs behind, hands behind you. You're gonna bend that right knee, flex the foot, turn in, turn out, and in. And out and in and out. Straighten the knee, point the foot, left knee and foot, in and out and in, out and in and out. Straighten the knee, point again, right and in, out and in. Out and in, out, straighten, point left knee and foot, and in, out and in, out and in, out, straighten, point. Now arms out the side, feet are flexed. Bending the knee, contract, arms come front. Now keep the knees open, straighten the legs, and sit up. And slouch, 2, 3, sit. 2, keep those legs turned out. 2, 3, sit. 2, 3, slouch. 2, 3, sit. 2, 3, slouch. 2, 3, sit. 2, 3, slouch. 2, 3, sit. And slouch, and sit, and slouch, and sit. Come forward, point the feet, hang over. Come back up. Now, you're going to bend the left knee in, right leg is straight, turned out. Pulling up out of the spine. Starting with the right foot, you're going to flex the right toe and ankle and toe. Breathe the arms to the side. Stretch over the right leg, up and lower the arms. Toe and ankle and toe. Breathe the arms up, stretch over, up and lower. Again, toe and ankle and toe. Breathe up and over, up and down. Now reach out with the left, right arm, reach around, up, arch, back. Stretch that right leg. Come back down. Change legs and toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Lift up and over, up and lower the arms, toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Breathe the arms, lift over, relax the body and toe, ankle, ankle, little toe to the floor, toe, lift up and over, up and lower, reach with the left arm, reach out, around, arch, 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 come center, change and repeat, right toe, ankle, ankle, toe, reach that right, lift and over, up and lower, again, toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Breathe the arms, reach to the right, up, lift out of the waist, lower, again, toe, ankle, ankle, toe, lift up, over, up, lower the arms, reach for the right arm, reach around and arch, 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 come center, change legs and toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Breathe the arms and over, up and lower, toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Breathe the arms and over, lift and lower, toe, ankle, ankle and toe. Breathe the arms, lift over, up, lower, reach with the left arm, reach out and around and arch, 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 come center and rest. Lying on your back. Knees are bent. Starting with the right leg, knees and feet are together, upper body relaxed. You stretch the right leg, lift up, lower, down, bend the knee. Left leg, lift up, lower the leg and bend. 3 with the right, stretch and up, lower and up, lower and up, lower the leg, bend in. Left leg, straighten and lift, lower, bend the knee in. Right leg and lift, lower, bend in. Now 3 with the left, lower, up, lower, up, lower, bend, pick it up. Right and lift and lower and bend. Left, lift, lower, bend. And right, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, bend in. Left leg, straighten and lift, lower and bend. Right leg, straighten and lift, lower and bend. 3 with the left, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, bend in. Now, take the back of the right leg, keeping that knee to the chest, trying to keep that thigh touching the body. Without moving the thigh, straighten that right leg as much as you can and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten, hold it there. Take the back of that calf or ankle and straighten that leg up. Leg is parallel. Just relax and stretch there. Straighten the other leg down. Stay there and stretch. Come back in. Other leg. Take the back of that left leg, hugging that thigh to the chest. Straighten the left leg and bend. And straighten and bend. And straighten, bend, straighten, hold. Take the back of the calf or the ankle, whatever you can get a hold of, and stretch there. Leg is parallel. Hips are square. Equal pressure on both cheeks. Breathe and relax. Now straighten that right leg down. Relax there. On these stretches, feel free to use a towel or a belt or something like that to get a hold of the leg so you don't have to stretch it so far up. Come back in. Now, lying still on your back, feet about hip width apart. Actually, not too far apart. Bring them in a little closer. So just slightly apart, feet parallel. Your tailbone is down. You have a slight curve in the lower back, so the lower back is just a little bit off the mat. You're going to start by pressing the smaller back down. Now, as you do that, the tailbone starts to lift. You're going to peel the back up one vertebra at a time, all the way up to your shoulder blades without throwing those ribs out. Now slowly, one vertebra at a time, come back down again. Small the back comes down first, then the tailbone comes down. You go back to a natural back, slight curve in the lower back. Again, small the back down, tailbone starts to lift, and you peel the spine up, one vertebra at a time. Right up to your shoulder blades. Then you slowly peel back down. Small the back comes down, then tailbone, and relax. Okay, be lying on your left side. Feet are flexed, the legs are turned out. Starting with the right leg, you bend the knee, stretch to the front, leg turned out, knee is open. Bend, press the knee open, stretch to the side, and bend, stretch the back, lower leg comes forward. Keep that right shoulder forward and hold. Pull up, knee and back, knee and side, knee and front, knee, lower the foot, reverse it, knee to the back, knee to the side, knee to the front, hold it there, pull up, knee to the front, knee to the side, knee to the back, pull up and lower. Now, pointed feet. Now what we're going to do here is the top hip is going to go back and the legs are going to lift up towards the ceiling and forward. So lift up and forward and lower, back, down. Now up and back, top hip goes forward, lower, down, and up and forward, lower, down, and up and back, lower, down, up and forward, hold and stay, stay, come down, up and back, hold, stay, stay, lower, down. Now to the side, straight to the side and lower, to the side and lower, to the side and lower, to the side, hold and stay. Pulse up, straight to the side, hips are square, shoulders are square, and pulse, 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 lower down, flex the feet, turn the leg out. Now, with the feet flexed, you're going to bend that right knee, bend, stretch to the side, point the foot, lower down, point the bottom jaw, lift, lower down, flex, lift, lower down. Again, knee and side and point, reach the leg down, point, bottom jaw and flex, bottom jaw. Again, knee, side, point, lower, point, bottom jaw and flex, bottom jaw, knee, side, point, lower, point, bottom jaw and flex, other side. Now repeat all those exercises on the other side. The feet flex, lower heel stays forward, all 5 toes. Make sure that big toe stays on the floor. Okay, so all 5 toes are on the floor, lower heel forward. Now you're going to bend the left knee, stretch to the front. Bend the knee, knee is open, side, hips quiet. Bend, take it to the back, lower leg comes forward, hold, and stay. Now bend the knee in, stretch to the back, and bend, stretch to the side, and bend, stretch to the front, bend the knee in, lower the heel. Repeat, bend to the back, back, bend, side, bend, front, hold, hold, now bend, front, bend, side, bend, back, come in, and lower. Point the feet. Legs are going to lift forward as the top hip goes back. Legs up and forward, down, 2, 3, back, lower, 2, 3, forward, lower, 2, 3, back, lower, 2, 3, forward, hold and stay, stay, lower, down and back, and stay, lower, back, down, to the side, straight to the side, and lower. Lift with the lower leg, and lower. Lift, lower leg pushes the upper leg up, down, up, hold, up. Pulse, 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 come back down. Flex the feet, turn the legs out. Keeping that top hip forward, you bend that knee, straighten side, point the foot lower down, and lift the leg down, flex the foot, lift, and down. Again, knee, side, point, lower, point, ball, maul, and flex. Pick it up, and knee, side, point, lower, lower heel forward, down, flex, down, knee, side, point, lower, point, ball, maul, and flex, and relax. Now, roll over on your tummy. Lie down with the hands under your belly button. You're pulling that tummy in off the hands, so that tummy is nice and strong, supporting the lower back. As you breathe out, you're going to arch the upper back up and lower back down. Turn your cheek up, just the upper back, lift, lower, down, and lift. Breathe out as you lift, in as you lower, down, and lift, up, lower, down. Now lift, up, and pulse. Just the upper back between the shoulder blades, a little below the shoulder blades. Don't compress the lower back. Upper back is lifting, and lower. Hands on your shoulders. Keeping that tummy in, feel those hands are still under there, so the tummy pulls in, lower back is supported. Breathe out as you arch and lower, turn the cheek. Lift and lower, turn the cheek. Lift, lower, lift and lower. Lift, up, pulse, up, pulse, 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 pulse. Hold up, tummy in, right shoulder comes back, turn the upper body, comes center. Turn left and center. Turn right and center. Turn left and center. Hold and come back down. Now, I want you to take your left arm out to the side, forearms on the floor. Push, keep the lower ribs down, and arch the upper back. Just push and arch. Keep those lower ribs down. Tummy pulled in, supporting the lower back. The stretch is coming into the upper back. Don't compress the lower back. Come back down. Now your left arm is out to the side, elbow bent, little finger down, thumb is up. Now keeping that shoulder down away from the ear, you're going to roll over onto that left side, taking the lower knee forward. The left shoulder presses down towards the floor. You're reaching that left elbow away from you. You're using that right hand to push the shoulder back. Be careful with this. If you feel too much in your shoulder, don't push back so much. If you feel this in the lower back, you can bend both knees and take both knees forward. Just relax there. That elbow is at 90 degrees. The little finger is down, the thumb is up. It's too much on your shoulder. Back off. Come back in. Now bring that arm around in front of you. Directly in front of the shoulder. You're going to roll over on your tummy so you're sandwiching the arm between the floor and your body. The palm of that left hand is down on the floor. The right hand is reaching parallel to the left arm. So reaching both arms out to the side. Both palms down. Just relax there. Stretching, breathing, and relaxing. Come back in. Now, Orange is going to change position so you can see this from a different angle. Go to the right arm. You can have the right arm out to the side, elbow bent, little finger down, thumb is up. That elbow's at right angles. You're going to roll over onto that right side, taking the lower knee forward. The top leg reaches down and back. You're pressing that left hip and left shoulder back. Keeping that right shoulder down towards the floor, reaching that elbow away from you. Once again, if it's too much stretch, don't push it too much. Come down a little bit if you need to. If it feels in your lower back, bend both knees and take the knees forward. Just relax there. Now come in and bring that arm out in front of you. Palm is down. Now you're going to roll over onto that arm, bringing that left shoulder down towards that right elbow. You're reaching both arms parallel. Reaching out with both arms. Just relax there. Okay, come back in. Now, Andre's going to turn so you can see this a little bit better. Heads to the west. Lying on your tummy. You're going to take a hold of your right foot. The knees are together. Keeping those knees together. Pressing that right hip down to the floor, pushing that right knee away from you, and stretch there. That hip is pressing down to the floor, the knees stay together, lengthening the front of the leg, keeping that heel directly towards that right cheek. pulling centered. Don't pull off to the outside or the inside. Relax there. Keep reaching that knee away from you. Pressing that right hip down. And change legs. Take a hold of the left foot. Once again, if you have problems with this, use a towel or a belt if you can't reach that foot. The knees are together. Reach that knee away from you. Press the hip down. If it feels too much in the knee, stop or use a towel or a belt. Press that hip down. Reach that knee away from you. Legs stay together. Reach. Press the hip down. Legs together, you're going to bend both knees. Now you're going to let the knees slide out to the side. And let the feet relax down to the floor. So the knees are out to the side, the feet relax towards the floor. Make sure the hips, the front of the hip bone is pressed into the floor so there's no gaps under those hips. Just let the weight of the legs stretch into those hips. The feet relax towards the floor. Now you're going to lower the right foot down and you're going to change. And change. Keep those hips quiet. Change. And change. Change. And come back in and relax. I want you to, lying on your stomach, legs are straight, parallel. Keeping the hips quiet, one leg at a time. Right leg lifts up, lower. Keep that hip down, left, up, and lower. Right leg up. Reach through that leg, lower. Reach the left foot away from you as you lift. Lower. Now, right leg. Change legs. Change legs. And change. And change. And change. And change. Come back in. Kneel, sit back on your heels. Forehead on the floor. Reach out with the arms, feet are pointed, and just relax there. Now, flex the feet, toes are back. Push back into those heels. Reach that tailbone down. Reach the arms out. Stretch into those insteps. Breathe and relax. And come back in. Now I want you to stand up. If you have a wall, I want you to be back up against the wall. Now you can either be against the wall, bring the feet back as close to the wall as you can get them. If your balance is a little bit better, you can do this away from the wall. Now, the legs are turned out in second position, so a little wider than shoulder width. Now, with the legs turned out, the knees go over the center of the foot. Don't let the knees go inside the feet. Make sure those knees are going over the center. You're going to bend the knees and straighten, 2, 3. Press, quarter point, barely off the floor, lower, 2, 3. Bend and straighten, pull up the knees, lift the heels, barely off, lower, and bend. And straighten, keep those heels down, press, and lower, and bend. And straighten, press up, and lower. Now hands on the hips, heels down. You're going to bend both knees, lift the right heel, push over the foot. Now lower the heel, center, straighten, bend, lift the heel, push over, lower the heel, straighten, bend, heel, over, keep those hips square, lower the heel, straight, bend, heel, push over, lower, stay, right heel, left, right, left, straighten the knees, press up, quarter point, lower the heels, bend, left, right, left, right, straighten the knees, press up, quarter point, lower the heels. Now, feet are parallel, just about hip width apart. So they're right under your hips, toes are straight front. Move the feet forward away from the wall a little bit. So you're kind of leaning back against the wall. Now, keeping the knees over the center of the feet, you're going to bend the knees, 2, 3, straighten, 2, 3. Knees over the feet as you bend, straighten, 2, 3. Bend, 2, 3, straighten, 2, 3. Bend, 2, 3, straighten, 2, 3. Bend, hold, and stay. Make sure those knees don't go inside or outside that foot. They're directly over the center of the foot. You're holding it there. Stay.
Make sure there's not too much pressure on the big toe and too little pressure on the little toe. Try to center that foot on the floor with the bottom of the heel down.
And straighten the knees. Now come away from the wall. So you're a good distance away from the wall because you don't want to fall on your nose on this. Feet are right under the hips. Now, you're going to start with the right arm. Right arm reaches up and left. Reach right like a yawn. Left. Now both arms. Reach. Now reach out with a flat back. Now bend the knees, hang down. Straighten the knees, roll up, left, right, left, right. Both arms reach out. Flat back hang. Slowly roll back up. Put your toys away. Go home.